What is up, guys? It is Nundark. We got Kevin the girl cat crawling around somewhere and being very vocal. She will leave. We all know how she feels about Pokemon. I'm going to do a one-taker here. I got some people coming over. We're going to do no editing. We're just going to do a straight shot here. I'm going to talk about two things. One, the craziness, the crazy price spikes in Sword and Shield booster boxes. That's going to be the first topic. The second topic is what we're seeing lately with a few very popular single cards in the single market, and that is buyouts happening. So I'll get into both of those topics more, but I also want to do something I have never said in 40 videos at this point, and that is just to say that 94% of you as viewers have not yet subscribed to the channel, and that's okay. There might be a reason for that, but if there's not, and if you do like the content that I put out, if you like hearing about the market, if you like hearing about different just aspects of the hobby, dialogue, passion behind it, and then if you like seeing and learning about my collection, if any of that inspires you, I would greatly, greatly appreciate the subscription, the feedback, comments, likes. 94% are not subscribed, and that's baffling to me, especially with just how thankful I am for how some of these videos have done really well in the viewership. But just, yeah, a lot of you guys aren't subscribed, so it would mean a lot to me if you could subscribe. That's the, I won't say that often, and that's certainly the last time I'm going to talk about it in this video. It's awkward to talk about, but I would greatly appreciate your support, your subscription. Now let's get into these two topics. So the first one, Sword and Shield booster boxes, like Chilling Reign, okay? They're blowing up. Chilling Reign always has been a pricier box because that's been sold out on the Pokemon Center for a long time. That's like a 3-year-old set. Same with Evolving Skies, but what we're seeing with Fusion Strike and then Astral Radiance is when these boxes sell out on the Pokemon Center, which holds its price at MSRP. So for Sword and Shield sets, that was $143. Now in Scarlet and Violet, it's $161. But basically, as long as they're in stock on the Pokemon Center at that price, it keeps the secondary market at or around that price, because you can't drive the secondary market for, right now, let's say a Lost Origin box up to $200, $250 if you can still find them on the Pokemon Center for $143 plus shipping. So it keeps the price down. But the moment people start to sniff that these sets are out of their reprint window, that they're about to sell it on Pokemon Center, prices start to climb a little bit. We're starting to see that. People are starting to worry. There's a little FOMO happening. People are going to worry that they're not going to be able to get their hands on these boxes. They might wake up one morning, it's sold on the Pokemon Center, it's a free-for-all on the secondary market, and boom, Lost Origin, $225 a box. And that is one of my predictions that's going to happen here soon. So people are starting to freak out. You don't want to miss that boat. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not pressuring anyone who's watching this to go buy these boxes, but just be aware of it. If there's a set that you've been waiting on that you really like, and you also like seeing things grow in value, sets like Brilliant Stars, Lost Origin, Silver Tempest, those are 3 popular ones that are still in stock on the Pokemon Center, but the reprint window is typically 2 years. Sets that are older than 2 years don't often get reprinted. We haven't seen it many times in the past, and there's just so many sets since then that are up for reprint windows that are still in the competitive rotation, that are much more likely candidates for a reprint. 151, for example. All the other Scarlet and Violet sets. I mean, hell, even Crown Zenith. I know it just happened. There was a reprint of that, but I don't think we're getting a Lost Origin or a Silver Tempest reprint again for those sets. So those are 2. Even Battle Styles. Battle Styles is not a popular set. Yeah, there's the Sleepy Tyranitar and a couple other cards, but it's not a set everyone's craving to get. But right now you can find it for $120, maybe a little more, and pretty quick when that sells out, it doesn't matter how strong the set is, it's going to climb because people are afraid they're never going to be able to get it or afford it again. So why not do that with a set much more popular than Battle Styles, like Lost Origin, like Silver Tempest, and like Brilliant Stars? Pick your favorite. Go get a box. Just sit on it. They're going to sell out soon. That's just history repeating itself, and it's going to happen. And we just saw it. Fusion Strike was $150, $160 a box. Now it's like $230. Astral Radiance, a good set. It's got the Machamp. It's got some other sweet cards, but not a top 3 set in Sword and Shield. And Astral Radiance sold out, and it's like $200 a box. I mean, it's crazy what's happening right now. So just, I want to update you guys. You've heard this, you know this, but even for the one person who hasn't, just know that it's happening. So predicting that now for the future, if you can get, Temporal Forces boxes for $90, $80, it's going to happen for those sets too in 2 or 3 years. I like to try to not get in too early. There's no need to pick up a Temporal Forces box for 80 bucks when in a year and a half, you're still going to find it for 80 or 90 bucks. So your money's not growing for that first year and a half. Find that set that's about to pop off. That's what I'm getting at here. And the only one that really might be in that window is Paldea Evolved. It was kind of short printed. It's a super popular set, a lot of crazy cards. Look at what the Magikarp's doing. I mean, it's going to be a set that takes off. You can still find that for like 110 bucks. I would not be surprised if that sells out. Maybe it already has, but I know people aren't freaking out about it as much because it's in the reprint window. So just some food for thought there. Speaking of the Magikarp and what that single card has done in price, it has taken over the Iono. It is a beautiful card. I'm not going to share on the screen. Like I said, I got stuff to do tonight. We're just going to fly through this with no editing. Typically, I flash these cards up on the screen, show you guys what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll surprise myself and do that. But yeah, this Magikarp's a gorgeous card, and it has surpassed the Iono. I think it's worthy of surpassing the Iono, especially in English. But it's happening, and it's exceeding $100 right now because of buyouts. It's not a $100 card with how the pull rates are. And a more current example, Mori's Confidence, or Mori's Conviction, the English one, in Temporal Forces, is now the #1 card in the set. It was always Iron Crown, Iron Leaves, Raging Bolt, Gouging Fire, all those dogs. And then the Iron Crown and Iron Leaves were the chase cards. Morty's just over $100 now because buyouts are happening. So what do I mean by buyouts? Buyouts is when people buy out every card that's on the secondary market, wipe it out of stock, and then they drive the prices. So companies do that, which is kind of the crappy part about it. People can do it too, if there's only a couple out there. But for a card as popular as like a Mori's Confidence, Mori's Conviction, or a Magikarp, you can't just go buy out every Magikarp if you're a person. But companies certainly can. And I'm not going to say the theories behind who's doing this, but what's happening is if Magikarp right now is $75, but it's popular, and there's 80 of them on eBay, 40 of them on TCG Player, 60 on Amazon, and someone buys all 150 of those, 200 of those at 75 bucks a pop, and now none are on the market, they hold the power of pricing it at what they want. Now someone sees that they're out of stock, sells it for 80, it sells like that. You can sell it for 85, sells like that. Those allegedly companies, whoever is buying all these cards out, can drive and set the market, and now the Magikarp can be 110 because there is no other Magikarp out there for cheaper. So it's just buyouts are happening, and these cards are going for more than they're worth. This is not Evolving Skies. You can pull these cards, and I've naturally pulled them. Not saying they're easy pulls or easy hits, but they're not Evolving Skies. They're not 1 in 1,000 packs. They don't warrant the 3-figure price point. I think they're gorgeous. I think if you have the card, good for you, but don't FOMO and don't panic and see, holy crap, the Magikarp's $110. I need to go buy it. It's going to be $200 soon. Just breathe. It will come down. These buyouts will reset. But for the time being, if you're holding a couple copies of a Magikarp, great time to sell it because you might as well take advantage of something you didn't do, but it kind of feeds into it as well, which is kind of the double-edged sword there. I don't love feeding into the buyout, but if I'm the owner of the card, I'm not just going to hold it and wait to sell it at 60. I'm going to sell it at 100 unless I really love the card and I want it for my collection. And as a collecting investor, I care about both. So just 2 things to be aware of in the market. Sword and Shield booster boxes are popping off and buyouts are happening. And that is why weird 200% price increases are happening for certain chase cards. So just be cautious of it, be aware of it, do what you want to do that makes you happy within your collecting budget. I appreciate all you guys. This is Nundark again. Appreciate the love and support. In the comments, I love engaging in the comments and talking just about Pokemon. And the comments have been overwhelmingly positive. So thank you. We'll catch you in the next video. There will be a slab. I got a sweet slab display back here that I do want to shout out and walk you guys through in an upcoming video. And then we'll have more stuff on the market coming up. So above all else, be a good person, tell someone you love them, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.